Hi, this is Toby with HMC Electronics. We're going to be answering a question we often get from clients, and it pertains to when talking about magnifiers. And that question is, what is a diopter? So let's talk first exactly as to what a diopter is. So a diopter is the measurement of a lens's ability to bend light over the curvature, over its surface. Diopter is measured by the viewer, you, being 10 inches, 25 centimeters, 10 inches away from the lens, and then by taking the product, in this case a circuit board, and bringing it to the farthest distance where it is in a sharp focus. So that's how you measure a diopter, and that's what a diopter is. Now let's talk a little bit about how that applies to us. So common diopter magnifiers that you are going to see on our site are 3 diopter and 5 diopter. Okay, so what does that mean to me? What is a 3 diopter? What am I getting? Okay, so a diopter is a power increase to the power of 25%. So a 3 diopter is a 1.75 power lens. A 5 diopter is a 2.25 power of increase. With regards to what the increase in power does to your working distance though, the power, the strength of your lens, the diopter of your lens, and its working distance are directly tied. So if you're working at a 3 diopter, you've got about 13 inches of working distance. You go to 5 diopter, you're down to 8 inches of working distance. And as those continue to increase, your working distance is going to shrink, which is why on an eye loop, which is a 7 power lens, which gosh, that's like 28 diopter. As you look at that, your working distance is nothing. You're right on top of the product. So when you're looking at your diopter, always think about how far you comfortably want to be away from the product. And again, not talking about you, the viewer. You should always be stationary. You should be 10 inches above the lens. How far your product can be from the lens. So how come HMC's site only shows these 3 and 5 power diopter lens? Why can't I just get a 10 diopter magnifier or a 20 diopter magnifier? Well, we're curving light, we're bending light, we've got certain laws that we can't change here. The lens has to be thicker as it's more curved. It's going to get thicker and heavier. So that's one thing. So a 10 diopter, a 20 diopter lens is going to be super thick, super heavy, and unfortunately have a really bad working distance. So let's go over. 3 diopter, 13 inches of working distance. 5 diopter, 8 inches of working distance. If you were to find a magnifier that had a 10 diopter lens, you'd be down around 4 inches of working distance. And not only that, the actual area of the lens that would be in focus, that sharp focus point, would be very, very small. So for reasons of practicality, you'll see a number of the magnifiers on our site actually have a swing away lens. So you can have your 3 and your 5 diopter for when you're doing your general assembly, you've got a great amount of working distance, but when you really need to see a product, you've got this eye loop that you can drop in, swing it over the product, get right up on that eye loop, take a look at what you're looking at. You're a very high inspection, you don't have any working distance, but it's not designed for that. So that's the answer to that.